Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Tea Time with Miss Liz. That's right, it's tea time again, and today in the studio I am joined with Kareem Ryce, Split Mind. And I'm going to do something a little different today, like I always do. I always turn my tea times upside down sometimes, and I do something different. So today I'm going to introduce Kareem different. I'm going to just give you a little bit on what I know about Kareem, and then he's going to share his amazing story and all the incredible things that he does for everyone out there and himself. So Kareem Rice, I met Kareem during a webinar that I shared on. And then after that, we became friends, really good friends. And then I got him signed up to be a Global Peace Ambassador for Global Peace Challenge 2020. And you're going to hear about that a little bit more in the show because we're going to share a little bit on what Global Peace Challenge 2020 is doing tonight. Some incredible music event coming. So, and Kareem is also a producer. He's a mental health advocate. He's a children's mentor. He is just an amazing young man, and I am truly honored to know him as a person. So, Kareem, thank you and welcome to Tea Time with Miss Liz. So, could you share a little bit on your journey and your story and why the name Split Mind?
I my well Miss just give me that Miss Liz just give me that awesome introduction. um, I got the name Split Mind. Some years ago I had created a Facebook group called Split Minds Promotion. I used to promote parties with a group called Corner Boys Entertainment. When I was like 19, late teens, and I wanted to do my own thing, and I just ventured out and created that page, and I was on like a bus ride with a T-shirt called Split T-shirt written Split Minds Promotion on it, and persons were like, Rice, you split mine, and the name just stuck with me from there. Um, the name kind of took a life of its own in terms of how things start to work out in my life. But that's how I got the name initially. Yeah, split mine. Yeah.
So, could you tell us a little bit on what mental health and why you want to break the stigma on it? Because you do a lot of mental health advocate.
Well, being a person who has been living with schizophrenia for the past 7 years, um, I have firsthand, or I have weathered a storm in terms of how I have been treated since becoming diagnosed. Um, and I wouldn't wish that type of feeling on anyone. That type of the way you can be ostracized or labeled as somebody unfit to be around. Um, I think that not many persons are willing to take the stand or are capable of being articulated enough in order to express um, what is really going on inside of their head and how they feel about the way they are being treated by friends, family, and society, employers, institutions, health institutions, religious institutions. And I feel as though me having a serious issue with it, I think is my responsibility um, to be that voice or share, you know, the real story.
And you do something with puppets, right? Is it to bring awareness to mental health for children? Like what exactly is done with the puppets, Kareem?
Well, that puppetry, I am like the assistant there. That would be an initiative driven by survival scholars. I do audio engineering for them, and the puppetry that survival scholars do, and they have asked me to be on board and assisting them with. It's geared towards teaching emotional intelligence and really getting into the minds of the next generation. Um, the puppetry, like I could have never even guessed that I'd be involved in something like that. Um, it who wouldn't like the opportunity to be involved in something that is similar to what a Sesame Street would do or Elmo's World would do or things like that. That being able to teach kids and share, um make information or lessons more relatable or be able to help them understand it better is something that made me choose to get involved with the puppetry with survivors colors and their initiative and put my best foot forward in that regard. Yeah, to help people. Mhm.
So, with music, what does music do for you, Kareem? Does it help with the schizophrenia? Does it help you understand a little bit to express yourself a little bit better, or
Yes, it does. It does. Just let me take a sip of my tea.
is that tea?
It is. Yes, the music does help me. It helps me a lot. Um, I used to play a lot of video games, and since I began doing music or figuring out how to mix and audio engineer my own written pieces and record myself, that is like a mental exercise for me. It's if I'm stressed and I get into what I'm doing in terms of like mixing my own vocals, it doing music for me helped me appreciate the way I sound, my voice. It it gives me the ability to channel my thoughts into like poetry or spoken word and record them and play them back. Um, I'd like to believe that revising or trying to remember the lyrics to the songs that I wrote um, is like something that may have been keeping me fit mentally and because all of these things are like mental exercises. Like I found out that writing poetry, for instance, I like hip hop, right? Um, I found out that that is a good release. I began writing in rehab. I began writing. I wrote poems in St. Anne's psychiatric hospital for the nurses at a particular time. So uh, I kind of held on to that because I feel like that's my gift, and it really helps me. Yeah.
So, could you share a little bit or do a little rap for us, just freestyle right now, just to give a little bit of the people that are watching, the viewers, just a little taste of what Split Minds is all about?
Okay, I'll share two poems because they're very short, and
Okay.
so it's two different moods. Um, all right. This one I can't even remember the name of it, but I remember the words. Have you ever encountered time so aggravating it makes you feel like turning your steering wheel at high speed, crashing into a bridge or a tree? Death, the easy way out, leaving everything behind. Imagine taking one last breath and blowing out your mind without taking the time to tell your loved ones goodbye. No more smiles, taking a decision that's most drastic. Laying in a casket with the lingering essence of your spirit, watching loved ones cry. Traveling to a place of bright light where everything seems nice. Or entering into a realm of eternal darkness and total silence. To me, life is like beauty, it's from the eyes of the beholder. As we grow older in age, making that transition to a different stage, constantly hearing these voices calling, sometimes even screaming, feeling a heat like a fire burning deep within, finally beating your chest saying, next time I'll put some chaser in this punching, and I'll go directly into the other one. Life, too sweet, today is good, smile bright, that you should, let the worries go away, I know you could. Remember my second sentence. Today is good. I really mean this. Praying to God that you feel this. In bright times, mostly more so in the darkness. Keep heads high. Come, let's chat this. Flames lit by the fire sparking. And that's my 2 p.m. two poems. Yeah.
And they are different. Like you could feel the difference. One was heavy and one was more light, like easier, right? And that's exactly what mental health is. Some days we have hard days and some days we have good days, right? So as a person who lives with mental health myself, Kareem, what can we do to break the stigma?
Oh, I I really believe it has a lot to do with education and educating the society and making them aware that um, mental health goes deep, that well runs deep, and it's not just the um, the mental health disorders that are publicized. Um, those are not the only existing mental health disorders, and somebody who may even be stigmatizing us, perpetrating that stigma onto us or projecting that onto the persons who have a mental health disorder, may even have a mental health disorder and not even be cognizant of it. I really believe it's in educating society from a young age. Yeah.
Yeah, awareness and letting people know, educate them, right? Because it's like you said, you're not a scary monster. You're you. You know, you're an amazing young man. You're changing lives. You're making a difference, and you are amazing. Like you have done so much with your life. I am so proud of you. You're like my little son that I, you know, my second son. I have one son, but now I have two sons. You know, and I'm really truly blessed to know you, Kareen. It is amazing to know you as a person and as a friend. Um, what message would you like to give to the youth out there?
Well, I had based on my life, I think it's important that our youth, um, I like to tell youths, pay close attention to when elders are speaking, even though it might not make sense at that particular moment when they are talking to you. Give them a chance and let them finish speaking, because what they may be saying may not apply to you at that particular moment, but your mind or your brain works in a different way. Whenever you need to know or need to pull on that information that they shared with you, it will come to you. So pay attention. And yeah, that's a very powerful piece of advice I'd like to share. Pay attention. Mhm.
So you're telling the youths to pay attention to the elders when they're talking as well, or
Yeah, not just when they're speaking, because they lived already this road in life. They already have their feet on a higher rung than the ladder or a higher step in the ladder of life. Even though times have changed and we live in a technological age. Um, the things that matter the most are things like love, peace of mind, being able to socialize and interact with other human beings. And like once you're paying attention to how the elders operate, and you're rooted and you have a deeper understanding of yourself and who you are and where you want to be in life, um, you could learn so much from persons who have done it before. You could actually benefit by at least listening to them or giving them a hearing, because who knows, they probably see from where they sit, from where the elders sit, they probably seeing the whole story or the direction, yeah, a younger person is heading in a completely different way. They will be able to tell you as if they are fortune teller. If you continue going down this road, you may run into trouble. So yeah, pay attention and learn from the
I would
mistakes.
never do that. I would never get you into trouble. I'll keep you out of trouble, but I won't get you into trouble. Only good trouble. So, Corinne, could you tell us a little bit more about Global Peace Challenge and how
Wow.
how how you feel about Global Peace Challenge and the amazing event that's happening tonight? at 7 p.m.
Wow, Global Peace Challenge is an amazing opportunity, and I must thank you once again, Miss Elizabeth, for seeing the good in me, seeing in me that what a lot of persons fail to see, even those who are so close to me. Um, Global Peace Challenge uh, is a movement, an organization that I can see becoming something very pivotal and playing a key role in making a lot of changes, positive changes and impacts on a global scale. Um, how do I feel about the music event tonight? I feel awesome about it. It's like being able to see all the things transpire or read and be becoming aware that it is possible to have a global music event, um, even though there's a, a lockdown in a lot of the countries all over, and it's still possible for artists and creators to come from around the world. Um, yeah, that's awesome. The entire idea and ideology behind it is awesome. And the icing on the cake is I get the opportunity to participate in this great event as well. So that, I mean, I just, yeah, Global Peace Challenge 2020 all the way.
And we have the founder in the house of Global Peace Challenge 2020 with us. So, and he has left a comment. So, young people like Kareem can teach a lot to the elders. He is wise beyond his years. We can learn from each other. And I agree with Tom. We can learn from each other. The youths can learn, and the elders can learn together when we work together. So, back to the music event, because we are both excited about this incredible music event. And this is why we had Kareem on tonight, because so he could talk a little bit about this amazing piece that he made. So you composed a piece called, what's it called?
Peace is what we preach. That's the name of the title. And the, well, I didn't compose it alone. The creative process was a journey. I must send my regards to Emmanuel Stephen, a guy who I went to elementary school with. We played football together because you know what, we speak about conversations that persons never even think about talking about. When we begin having a conversation, the place just clears because nobody's vibrating that high, so they have to leave the place. Emmanuel Stephen and the steel pan and the guitar, and regards to Marie Richardson, also known as Rizzo, for coming together to do this song with me, this musical project. Um, the song was inspired by conversation, the activities that I've been involved in, the getting to have a better understanding of what Global Peace Challenge 2020 is all about. Um, the song was composed in, let's say, it took 3 weeks to complete everything and do all the mixing and get the instruments and like persons, the two other creators with me, they came from different parts of they contributed from different parts of Trinidad and Tobago to make this happen, and like it's really magical. And I must give Dosha Charles from Survival Scholars uh, a thank you for helping me film it. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
It's teamwork, right? It all comes down to teamwork.
Hmm.
You know, we all have to work together in order to make these amazing projects work, you know, because we can't do it by ourselves. And there's no I in T in team. So there's an E, so there is a we. You know, we all work together. We all make a difference together. Global Peace Challenge, all the ambassadors all work together. We're all good friends. We all are connecting and working together on different projects and that. And me and Kareem, we are working together on different things as well. So it is amazing how the different countries have formed friendships along the way as well, you know. And Kareem, I am truly honored. I want to just give you a real big thank you for stepping up and accepting this role as an ambassador for your country, because you are the voice for the youths. You are the voice that we need. You are going to open doors for people. You are inspiring, you're motivating, you're empowering, and I want you to believe that you will make a difference, because you can. So now, since we're in tea time, I want to talk tea. So what does tea mean to Kareem?
T means patience and peace of mind. Yeah, and health, mental well-being. That's what T means to me. Yeah.
So if I give you the word tea, for each letter, give me a word for the letter TEA.
Time equals a- achievement or
Oh,
achieving.
I like it. That is cool. Really, I like it. I really liked it. I wasn't expecting that at all. So what is it again?
Time equals achieving, or
Achievement.
achievement. Yeah.
There we go. So there you go, everyone. T for Kareem means time equals achievements. So you can achieve anything you put your mind to. So make time for tea. So we're going to switch it up today, because this is what Miss Liz does. Miss Liz just switches it up all the time, because that's who I am. So I want you, Kareem, to, to tell us what you would like to see happen with everything that's going on in the world with mental health. What would you like to see? What gateway would you like to open?
I like to open a gateway for persons to actually be comfortable, um, speaking about the ah I like to have families who may perhaps be aware that their family has a history of mental health disorders. Um, I like to invite those persons to kindly let the younger generation of your family know these things, because not because it did not affect you means it wouldn't affect somebody else. And it does not have to be reinventing the wheel of that person in particular, having to go and understand the history and read. If something runs in your family or your bloodline, you should understand, everybody should understand that this may happen, that may happen, and make that. I would like to open a gateway for those types of conversations to happen in the world, because keeping those conversations a secret from family is selfish and inconsiderate to the next generation.
There we go. Kareem has said it. So we have a comment from Tom. So I'm going to get you to read it, Kareem, because I think you need to read it.
Thanks, Tom, for tuning in. I really appreciate this. So proud to have Kareem and Liz on our team as Peace Ambassadors for Global Peace Challenge 2020. Terrific representatives of their countries. Blessed to know both of them. Thank you.
And there's a reason why I got you to do it, because I wanted to pipe you up. Because we promised our viewers some laughs. We promised them some joy today. So we're going to bring laughter. And I'm going to run this show a little longer than what I usually run it, because Kareem, you are amazing. So I want you on the spot, if you can you do the song that you've done for Survivor Scholars, to bring a little light into that as well? Because that is an important message out there. And you came up with an amazing, amazing song.
Wow, let look for the song here now so I can have it played out.
Because Kareem does amazing work for a lot of people out there. And I want Kareem to know that he is truly an icon for a lot of people. He inspires me, and I look up to you, Kareem. As an elder, I look up to you because I see that you can make a difference for many people. So I want you to be proud, and I want you to share your voice with everyone today.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, I'm looking for this song here now, and wow. Ooh. And that
Miss
song
Liz put you
actually
on the
was
spot.
inspired by. I know. But I don't have an issue with that at all. I really don't have an issue with it. Thank you for the opportunity to share my gifts. Uh, it's really enlightening, and um, I feel so humbled to be um, considered from all the way in Canada and different countries, and it's like the love I get. It's wow. Stories over statistics, warrior, peace. Okay, so let me do this a cappella because I can't seem to find this thing here. Oh, I'm on Facebook now. Yes, yes, yes. Stories over statistics. Statistics. And mine, and I just want the world to know that Survivor Scholars is doing a lot of amazing work. Um, you can check out their Facebook as well. Um, stories over statistics, stories over statistics, stories over statistics, stories, survival scholars, survival scholars. Wow. I smile at that when I get nervous.
Smiling's good. You can just keep on smiling, and you're going to make a difference.
Definitely, definitely.
Like Dr. Parakel says, we're the smiling ambassadors. So that's what we do. We smile.
I'm so happy right now. I think I found it and it's loading up here now. Okay. Let me press play. Hopefully, I'm able to play this. It's very, very softly. Can you hear that?
I can hear
Your story. Hopefully, I remember all the words.
it.
We don't want your stories inside, we want it outside on the paper from out of your mind. When you get a chance to tell it out of your lips, let it unwind. Tell the world about how you survived, shout it out loud and speak it with pride. Anytime you get a chance to talk, make sure that you always have a smile. Students, what I want, what I need, statistics misleading, focus on your story. Follow your dreams, live in life, take lead. Sustain your dreams, never take mislead. What I want, what I need is statistics misleading. Focus on your story. Follow your dreams, live in life, take lead. Yeah, like the people not hearing all kinds of anxiousness on the backs of the students, and it is a blight. And to much as take the plight school students to share all the stories with all of the might. Not only grace that divine love is a love, and this love it is one of a kind. What about life did I learn in school? Was doing my time. What I want, what I need is statistics misleading. Focus on your story. Follow your dreams, live in life, take lead. Sustain your dreams, never take mislead. What I want, what I need, statistics misleading. Focus on your story. Follow your dreams, live in life, take lead. Sustain your dreams, never take mislead. What I want, what I need, statistics misleading. Focus on your story. Follow your dreams, live in life, take lead. Sustain your dreams, never take mislead. What I want, what I need, statistics misleading. Focus on your story. Follow your dreams, live in life, take lead. Yo, check it. We don't want your stories inside, we want it outside, out of your mind. When you get a chance to tell it out of your lips, let it unwind. Tell the world about how you survived, shout it out loud and speak it with pride. Anytime you get a chance to talk, make sure that you always have a smile. Yeah.
So could you tell why you wrote that song, Kareem?
I wrote that song. Well, it was a conversation Dosha Charles and I were having because I, being an assistant host in some of the, I assisted her and I was her assistant for her um, puppet party camp that transpired prior to the reopenings of schools in Trinidad and Tobago, whilst everything was transitioning back into some sort of normalcy and persons were gearing up to do virtual learning and all these things. She had the idea of the stories of a statistic campaign through becoming inspired by, I think it was Becoming by Michelle Obama. And within the the build up, because this campaign was like a crescendo, and within the build up and how everything was unfolding, it the idea was just thrown out, maybe we could do a song. So, I said that's a good idea because I have done songs for her camp, um, and as soon as that came to that idea came out, I began working on the song. Or at that same time, so I was like, the creative process would have been like me asking her, okay, which beat would you like me to use? Because I have purchased the rights to the instrumental that the song is actually done in 2019, and so I played it. She said, "Yeah, this is cool." And when as soon as the agreement was done and what rhythm I should use, and I wrote that song in 15 minutes.
Oh
I wrote
wow.
that. Yeah, I wrote that song in 15 minutes, um, and began recording it because I invest in equipment in order to facilitate my peace of mind, So I have my microphone, my interface, and my computer, and I do stuff. So I wrote that song in 15 minutes and began recording the vocals, and I played it back and asked if any changes should be done. Um, I think only it would have only been two lyrics in the chorus, or the hook would have been changed, um, to really make it have a punch. Um, so like 15 minutes to record, um, and probably 3 days, 2 days to mix it and master it and bring it to a quality that it could be accepted. And yeah, that's it. Yeah. It was inspired by the events that Survivors Colors had been involved in, and me knowing them on a personal level. There. Mhm.
Well, that's cool. And the song is really based on kids not worrying about their grades, more worried about their mental health and that, right? And getting ahead in life because we worry so much about the grades. They focus so much on the grades, and I think it's to bring awareness that the grades are not what always counts.
Definitely, definitely. No, I'm a parent, and I actually I tell my daughter this all the time. I tell my son as well. I said, it doesn't matter where you come and test or where you place in test. I will love you the same. I won't love you any less. you know, um, I'm not placing that extra pressure on them because I am a product of the educational system. Um, what did I learn in that educational system that I'm using now? Well, when I was in elementary school, I learned addition. I learned to read. Um, I learned to write, and we did art and all these different things. Very little art we did, but those are the core or key elements in my life right now as a creative person. Um, Everything else does not apply, and a lot of persons have the ideology that ah when they get this high grade in society or this qualification, they're entitled to get this employment, when a positive story or a good story, charisma, work on your charisma, that has more value than grades. um, Being able to socialize, those things are important too. Emotional intelligence are important, and if you have none of those things and you spend all your time fixated on your grades, well, I think that's like walking on psychological breakdown street.
I agree with you 100% on this, because a lot of people will look at the awards or achievements or the grades, but they're actually missing an incredible person because that person doesn't get that top number or that certificate. But these people still make a difference. And I said it today again. I repeat it all the time when I do my talks as well. I would still be the person I am today, with or without these certificates or awards. So look at me. Don't look at the awards. Don't look at the grades. Don't look at the numbers. Look at me as a person. And I think that's what Survivor Scholars is getting out there, is look at the kid. Look at what you're missing. You're just looking at numbers. You're not looking at the child. So look at the child. And Kareem, like your song says it, we want to hear your stories. We want to learn what you learned in school, not your grades, but we want to learn what you learned. Your reading, your writing, your creative side. We want the creative side out in that. And I think that's the message that you're giving with your song, Kareem, is, the grades don't always matter. you know we're not telling people not to get good grades, or get awards or get certificates, but we're saying pay attention to the ones that don't get them. Pay attention to the ones that don't get those high marks or 100%, because we're all 100%. We're all people. We're all human beings, and we all matter. We just shine in different ways, some brighter than others for certain things, but we are human beings and we do matter. And that's what I get when I listen to your song, Kareem, is that, I want to hear your story. What did you learn? What did you really learn in school? Did you learn to get 100%, or did you learn math, or did you learn English? Did you learn something creative? And I think that's what the message you're giving with your song is. What did you learn?
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. That's it. That's it there. Important things that you learn. And believe it or not, there is a stigma attached to not having high grades as well. And you said something that was very important, and it really resonated with me. Um, Persons actually do not pay attention to the ones who don't get high grades. When in reality, the persons who don't get high grades are the ones who move the world forward and open businesses. Those persons are school dropouts who have a powerful story behind them. So, I mean, two types of persons in the world: the ones who go to school and get high grades, and the ones who don't. The ones who go to school and get high grades, they go to school and learn on most occasions about the ones who did not go to school and get high grades. That's weird. That's really
Exactly, right? So did anybody pay attention? It's like Tom said, most famous, successful people don't have fancy degrees. Bill Gates didn't graduate from college. And I say it all the time. A lot of people are like, they ask me, how did you get this? How do you achieve all this stuff? I'm a dropout. I don't have my high school diploma, because life happened. I had children, I got married, but now I'm educating myself and I'm opening the mind, and that's what we can do as adults, you know, because it doesn't mean that because I don't have a grade 12 diploma that I cannot open doors. And that's what Kareem is doing. He's opening doors, with his song, and he's saying, we want to hear your stories. And there was a reason why I wanted Kareem to do it on today's Tea Time, was because I want people to understand that there are stories out there, and we need to hear these stories. We need to start breaking that stigma, that only if you have 100% you are valued, you are a leader. That is unfair to all of us out there. That is telling us that if people in poverty can never change their poverty life. Yes, they can. If they choose to, yes, they can. And that's exactly what Kareem is doing with his music and with his life and that. And sometimes we just need a chance. We just need that one person to give us a chance, And that's exactly, Kareem, that is exactly why I got you to be part of Global Peace Challenge, was because I seen you needed a chance, and you are going to make a difference with that chance, because tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Global Peace Challenge is coming to all of you out there in the world. I am so excited for this music event. I am telling you, I cannot wait. And I cannot wait to hear your song with the video. I cannot wait at all. I am so excited. It is unreal. So people, check it out. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Global Peace Challenge 2020. That's right. Global Peace Challenge 2020 is coming to you worldwide. We are having our first music event, and we have over 40 different countries that have taken part in this event, and it is going to be on cash or trade. So please sign in on their apps, on your phones, stream it to your TVs, make it big, make it large. We're coming for you. So Global Peace Challenge 2020 ambassadors, Kareem Ryce is one of the amazing artist that is going to be on this event. I cannot wait. And our founder, Tom Connors, is in the house with us tonight on Tea Time. So I am so proud. The support that we get from Global Peace Challenge 2020 from all the ambassadors is truly amazing. It is truly a friendship. We are all connected, and we all support each other with all of the things we do. So on that, I want to say, Kareem, if there is anything you would love for everyone to hear, I'm giving you 5 minutes to just do your thing. I want you to do your thing for 5 minutes.
Um, yeah, I think I'll take this 5 minutes to, like, if I have ever came across as harsh to any family members, or if I have not been seen as much, um, I kind of isolate myself, and because I can't, um, it's difficult to process a lot of things for me being out in public for too long. I do get anxiety attacks, and I have to deal with that. So hopefully, this is me sharing, and hopefully, persons can be a little bit more understanding. And I am schizophrenic and proud. I'd like to take this. I must thank my kids, GCL Rice, GCL Kelsey Rice, and Jakeem Kareem Rice for um, giving me that extra incentive in mind to focus and get my life together. Um, I'd like to thank all my mentors. I can't name everyone. Um, I'd like to thank members from the Jim Greaves Intergenerational Achievements Association. I'd like to thank Mr. Tom Connors as well. I'd like to thank you, Miss Elizabeth, for the opportunity and seeing the good in me. Um, I'd like to thank my parents. I'd like to thank um, the entities, whether they be uh, social or professional, or persons who take the time to hear me out and invest in me. Um, I must send a shout out to LA Records Entertainment Limited and Mr. Lyndon Andrews for giving me a understanding of how to work the music workstation, the digital workstation. Um, I'd like to. I must send a shout out to Survivors Colors as well for opening doors for me as well, and shout out to Dosha Charles for assisting me in filming of my music video. And if I have ever hurt anyone, I didn't mean to. It was unintentional. Um, so much love and respect. Peace.
Peace. You had to put the peace in there, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what we do. We're peace ambassadors. We're full of peace. I really, really want to thank you, Kareem, for joining me today in Tea Time. And I hope that today's Tea Time opens another door for you. And if anybody out there is living with mental health, please take this time to listen to Kareem's story and check him out. Check out his bio. It is on Tea Time, on his Tea Time. All of his bio is there. This young man is incredible, and he will open doors for a lot of other young children out there and the youths, because I truly believe, Kareem, that you have a voice that will make a difference. You are different, and I like different, because that's what Miss Liz does, is different. And I really want to thank you for taking a part in Global Peace Challenge. I want to thank you for putting a masterpiece into the Global Peace Challenge music event, which I can't wait. A couple more hours, guys, it's coming. And I really want to just thank you, Kareem, as a person for being who you are. And nobody is perfect, and we all make mistakes, but you are a good person. And I want to thank you for joining me today on Tea Time. And I want to thank you for giving me those words: time equals achievements. So you heard it all. Time equals achievements, everybody. And you do matter, and everyone out there matters. So check out Survivor Scholars, and we're going to have her on Monday in the house. So Dasher Charles will be in Tea Time with Miss Liz. So we'll get to learn a little bit more about that on Monday with her. And I really want to just say thank you to all of the viewers out there who are watching, and to make sure that you support not just the leaders who have the certificates. I want you to support the ones that don't. I want you to inspire people. I want you to motivate people. And I want you to listen. I want you to understand that you never know who is suffering with mental health. Big or small, we all have something that we're living with. And Kareem, thank you for breaking the stigma today on sharing your story and being here on Tea Time with me. And I'm going to close Tea Time up with Miss Liz, and we're going to wrap it up, and then we're going to get ready for our incredible music event, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you'll be able to watch it again if you miss it. So don't worry if you miss it. I will make sure to get it out there. And all the Global Peace Ambassadors, there's almost 60 of us, we will make sure to get it out there in the countries that we are standing up for. So again, thank you all for joining me for Tea Time. And I'll see you Monday with Dasher Charles on Tea Time.
Divine energy. Miss Liz, tea time, yeah, making a difference, one cup at a time, tea time, yeah, Miss Liz, tea time, yeah, making a difference, one cup at a time, tea time, yeah. So be sure to grab your tea, grab a seat, tune in to Miss Liz, tea time, making a difference, one cup at a time, tea time, yeah, tea time.
Thank you for joining me, Miss Liz, for Tea Time, making a difference, one cup of tea at a time.